Look, it's a bird. It's a plane. It's a hype man and a rare bird. And they're here with championship gold in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage. Yes, indeed. And well, you might want to say they had the best draw yet because, well, not once, not but twice they beat that draw, and you might even want to say they collected some gold. We'll talk about that, and we'll show that footage. Oh, yeah, we're going to bring them up. We're going to show that footage, though, from what happened.
Yeah.
We saw the draw cease and desist as the WVWF Tag Team Champions. We'll talk about that. We'll also talk about some places our guests are flying quicker than a New York minute. Yeah. We'll also even have a surprise. Let's just say some of us might be kung fu fighting. I'll save that in a little while. We'll also talk about maybe some guy that was here Monday who's apparently a gentleman of exquisite caliber, but seems to be in an odd couple and doesn't talk to his tag team partner, and yet they expect to try to take those. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Friday, tomorrow night, where we're going to see quite the draw. Well, a debate, you might even want to say. I'll ask our guest about that. I'll certainly ask.
Yeah, I'll be watching that one. Yeah, I'm definitely.
A lot of people will be watching that one, but I'm watching you guys right now. And we're going to talk about what's ahead next weekend in the Richardson Building in Parkersburg, West Virginia, because let's just say maybe once and for all, that draw could permanently cease and desist with the help of a friend who's got some steel behind him. And we'll even talk about that rare bird pinning the WVWF heavyweight champion just less than 2 weeks ago. And maybe they'll add more gold in the WVWF, and we might even have to talk about some other places with gold, and who knows whatever else. But everybody's been waiting for this, and I've even got a surprise for you guys. But I can assure you, it's not going to be a controversy king. It's not going to be a guy that comes out in red and says Tafua. It's not going to be a gentleman of exquisite caliber, because he's still trying to figure out if Phoebe Harper will talk to him still. So he's not going to be here because he's on the phone right now, and he might be listening to Lady Gaga on the telephone, but the only difference is that the telephone is still ringing. Nobody's picked up. Yeah, we can get into that later. But it is time now to give our guest that championship-like introduction that they have earned. And I see the chat is waiting. I'm not even going to go into the usuals, but now it's time to start the weekend off here early in style on Sportzwire Radio, the number one global radio station where all music and wrestling matters. So with that, what do I do here on the Sports Report? Number one cable sports show. They're one of the premier tag teams around, and the reigning, defending WVWF Tag Team Champions of the World. They are Cease and Desist, the Reverend Chris Phoenix, and also the CSC Heavyweight Champion. He is champs are here, my friends. How are we doing?
We are doing great.
Excellent. Absolutely awesome. Especially after that introduction.
Yeah, you know what? I had yesterday on rock and roll singer and OnlyFans personality Lorraine Lewis, and she was like, "Wow, I've never got one of those before," and she really liked my mutton chops, but I didn't want to go there. But but you guys liking it will certainly make me cease and desist about some other shout outs. But fellas, we have a lot to talk about. I know people have been waiting a while to have you guys on it, so I want to go right to the nitty-gritty. We're going to show the footage of you guys also winning the WVWF Tag Team Championship, but I want to get to it here, especially for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform that you men and the WVWF most certainly helped build, Sportswire Radio. Talk to me about what it means to you guys to now be the reigning, defending WVWF Tag Team Champions.
Well, I can tell you this, though. My hand no longer cramps up as much.
No more draw. No more draw. Well, we're not done. We're not done. Technically. Technically. I mean, on top of being the head of a division, two divisions actually, but on top of being the head of a division, I mean, it just gives me confirmation through all the crap that we've been through to get here that it was worth it.
Very much worth it.
That we do have something that is championship worthy, and we bring memories, we prove it over and over and over again, and these things are just physical manifestations of the fire and the passion that we use to do this.
That's actually like worth it in my mouth.
I have a few posters that might actually show some of that. But, you know, it's interesting that you said that, and you talked about the trials and tribulations to get here. It was a few short months ago. You guys first come on, even though you, Hype Man Dan Lasers, I've known you a little longer from a place that we'll just leave it. Go check out the replay. Go check out the repeat. But in a few short months from where you guys were, and even a few short weeks ago, you know, we had the draw here on Sportswire Radio, and it was almost like all hail the draw. They were going to be on top. They were going to rule everything in the WVWF for as long as they wanted for years to come. And yet now you guys have those championships. And on top of that, have defeated the draw not once, but twice. And it seems like you've got the best draw of anybody going around in the WVWF at this moment. I'm just saying.
I mean, not to be a Debbie Downer, but you know, we did a lot of work to get here.
For sure.
But now the work actually starts.
You know, I'm glad you said that, because I've been doing this a long time, and I've been doing this almost 7 years. And I want to thank, first of all, everybody here. I want to thank you guys for, allowing the platform to continue to grow and to get all these, amazing, rock and roll personalities and even the WWE likes. And that what they always say, every champion that I've had on that has won the championship or regained it, is that now the work starts, because you guys were hunters, but now you're being hunted. And all of a sudden now a really deep WVWF tag team division. So yeah, I think the work's not just started today, started a couple weeks ago, and you guys are back out there next weekend.
I mean, speaking on that, I still wouldn't call us the hunted. We're still hunters.
How
we're
so?
always looking for another challenge.
Yeah, we're
right. Well, but you have right now those WVWF Tag Team Championships, which people want to take. And there was a guy that was here Monday who was trying to figure out maybe, who and what am I talking to? Look. But there are other teams that certainly want to take what you have.
And they are very welcome to try. Very welcome to try. I would like to steal a line from one of my favorite characters, Rorschach. We're not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with us.
Ooh. Well, you're going to need that mindset. You know, we're going to show the footage of you guys winning the WVWF Tag Team Championships. We're going to show that footage shortly, but you're going to need that mindset because next weekend you guys are back in a familiar place, 325 Richardson Street here in Parkersburg, West Virginia, in the Richardson building, and you're going to be out there once again against the draw, but the entire draw, and you're going to have, well, let's just say a friend who's made of steel, and you're going to need that mindset to get yet another victory over the draw coming up in Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Can I talk about Nate Steele for a second?
You can talk about anything you want. You are hype man, Dan Lasers.
As a fellow championship gainer,
right?
And I know that his journey here has been.
Oh my goodness, we talked about that. You know, he's our Mountain State champion, and what he went through in his career to get there,
get where he's at.
Absolutely,
I absolutely respect him
for sure.
And to have us with our mindset and him coming off of a 10-year fight,
that is a force.
That is going to be a force.
That's
a draw.
A force.
You might want to call yourself the turn and turn around. I'm just saying.
I mean, every time we get closer, they might want to turn around. I'm just saying.
I mean, listen. We put a foot in the ass, not once but twice, and I'm looking to do it again.
Well, I mean, for good reasons. Obviously, we know you guys stepped in with the situation with Riku and Wyatt Black, and I'll get to him in a little while. We know that. We know what the draw has done here in the WVWF. So you've obviously, and we've, as you mentioned, seen what Nate Steele has went through, what he went through with Tony Sane, and maybe that's why you guys are aligned, because of in these last few months what you've went through, all of you, and what you've went through in dealing with the likes of Tony Sane, the likes of Aaron James, and most certainly Wyatt Black, tomorrow's guest, the controversy king himself.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. I'm going to be tuned in.
Yeah, Courtney's here. I mean, Courtney said that she doesn't know why she's being hated. But I would say that that's the complete opposite of that. And I think a lot of people would like to see Courtney and Wyatt. We've seen them certainly back and forth on the WWF shows in Parkersburg. But I think it'll be different here because she might finally get to blow off some steam when it comes to Wyatt Black. Who knows? I'm just saying. I mean,
I can't wait until she goes off on him.
This has been building for a long time. It's been building for about a year. I've seen it here with the front row seat on Sportswire throughout the last 7.5 months. And maybe the public will finally get to see the payoff of all this. I don't know.
I can't wait to hear her give him a piece of her mind.
Just like what you guys have done in the ring. I'm going to show that footage right now because a lot of people want to talk to you guys, but I want to go right to the footage, and I'm going to do that here right now. So let me pull it up, and forgive our hard cam angle from it, courtesy of the controversy king himself, Wyatt Black, but we'll show the footage. It's on a phone angle, but obviously you guys, this is where you take the WVWF Tag Team Championships, and there he is, the controversy king, Wyatt Black, who has obviously had possession of several championships in his career. And
isn't he a queen? Is he going after the women's?
I think he's carrying the women's title in this actual.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you about that because obviously he wants to be the women's champion in the WVWF.
So let's call him the controversy queen. And there goes her dad.
Oh, I see what you just did there. You, sir, called him the controversy queen. Because he wants to be the women's champion. So you thought that the right way to introduce him tonight would be the controversy queen. I see. I understand.
I don't know what his pronouns are, but I'm just assuming.
It's 2025. I'm not judging.
Right. I'm not judging.
I'm glad you said that because I know if I said it, especially I'm getting canceled, but you guys are going to see him in the ring next weekend. Your words, not mine.
Oh, please. How many times have I wrestled him? And like won against him every time?
Well, guess what? You'll be seeing him again, but right now we're going to relive this footage because we got the controversy. King, you may call him the queen, but we're seeing also Aaron James, the WVWF champion. So, you guys had been in the ring with them prior to this. And what's going through your mind here? They talked a lot about you guys when they were here on Sportswire a few weeks back. And what's going through your mind here at this moment?
Well, right now, I think we are just taking in the love of the crowd. They're loving it. We're loving it. We're having fun right now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's got to motivate you guys, knowing that the faithful in the Richardson building are behind you.
Yeah,
and knowing
that is that's the hype. It's their hype, not mine.
Yeah, it's really theirs.
It's theirs.
It's really all their energy.
I get all nervous and have all this energy, but
you're a hype man. You're not nervous. You're the hype man. Listen, you're not,
okay.
You wrestled Pepper Pry. You ain't that nervous. Come on.
Listen, every time, man. Every time.
They say that's a good thing, though. You know what, though? They say that's actually a good thing when you're nervous before something big. That's actually, like, if you're not nervous, they say it's a bad thing.
We sped up the...
I mean, we were playing fast.
Yeah, that's also true, too.
We play rock, paper, scissors a lot.
Yeah, that's...
Hey, listen, the New Age Outlaws used to do it.
Listen,
New Age Outlaws used to do it. They did it all the time. So, I mean, listen, you guys are right now the kings of the mountain in the WWF tag team division. So why not? But, if I were to tell you guys that maybe you had a little bit of an advantage because, sure, the draw had drawn themselves to get those tag team championships, but you and the Rare Bird Hype Man Dan Lasers have been a team together longer. You guys are familiar with each other. You know what you guys have to do and your strengths to use them in a match like this. And Wyatt Black and Aaron James, they don't have as much experience as a team. What would you say to that? That you guys have an advantage in the sense that you guys, as a team, have been more unified and have been together more in the ring.
I mean, the chemistry, the connection, it is a weapon. Like, you guys see us use each other as a weapon, but the real weapon is the mental. I don't have to talk to him.
No words. We literally do not speak.
I mean,
half the time.
Honestly, when he talks to me in the ring, it confuses me. I'm like, what? Oh, you're talking. Okay, all right. And that split second, that can mean everything.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. No, listen.
So having this kind of connection in those split second decision moments, while these guys aren't necessarily as unified, that could mean the difference. I mean, it only takes 3 seconds to win.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you're a second off, that's it. I'm 2 seconds up. 1, 2, 3. Raise my hand.
No, that's it. And I think what's interesting is that I could see the adrenaline and you guys feeding off the electricity of the crowd, even though I know the volume is low. But I'm looking at it, even though now, yes, the draw just, got the upper hand at the moment. But I kind of feel like...
I don't like that little snot-nosed kid, but that senton was beautiful.
I'll give respect where respect is due.
Oof. Give him, Chris.
Well, that's why he was the youngest hybrid champion, just to remind you of that again.
Yeah, listen, the kid is talented. If he would shut up long enough to get it together, maybe he could beat us.
Well, I mean,
I almost had that 3 right there. Almost.
It only takes 3 seconds.
Listen, but you weren't going to get the titles that soon. There's no question that you may have the experience advantage, but they are still incumbents. And Wyatt Black has definitely come a long way. He's definitely fought hard. Sometimes maybe he in his mouth can't cash all the checks, but
he's not old enough. We talked about that.
I know.
No, he's not. I know. No, he's still a kid.
And don't get Day Jameson started on it, because Day Jameson was ready to go and like that famous Facebook Live he had a few months ago. Well, we're not going to go there, but you can go check it out. But obviously,
going off.
Yeah, we're not going to go there. Yeah, you just go look it up. It got a lot of views, and it got a lot of people that watched it for obvious reasons. But, okay, so Wyatt Black right now is in control. And what's going through your mind? And that, thankfully, you come out there, Mr. Hype Man.
Well, okay, so thank you. I got your back, bub. I know that Chris is tougher than a $2 steak. He can take it for as long as they can give it and get up and drop kick somebody. I know it.
Mm-hmm. Or just super kick. You never know when they're coming either. So
right.
But I mean, I also know that I can't be overconfident. So I'm very tentative to what's happening.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, it's a championship match.
Absolutely.
It's a big match. I mean, you're fighting for something that means a lot. And there's no question that, listen, they're the draw. They're going to have all the tactics in their arsenal. Mm-hmm. And they're going to do everything they can to keep those championships.
And listen, they're very good. They're very good. Just
we're not saying they're not.
Not good enough.
Well, that may be so, but I'll tell you what, Wyatt Black has been in there a long time, and he's definitely, fought, and he's had plenty of offense in there. Now we see Aaron James, and talk to me then about what's it like being in there with Aaron. Aaron's obviously their champion here in the WWF, and I mean, just talk to me about what Aaron is like out there versus, let's say, the controversy, as you call him, Mr. Lasers, the controversy queen, Wyatt Black.
So fighting Aaron James reminds me of high school. I wasn't always this big. I was a little kid in high school. And
really, I don't believe that though. You're the hype man.
No. I was 70 pounds forever. I swear.
All right, I'll go with it. I'm going with it.
But then, but I've always had this fire right. So beating up big kids was kind of my thing. And so being in the ring with Aaron James, while he is tenacious and he's definitely fighting a bully. I'm okay with fighting bullies. That's kind of my hobby.
Me too. I've been shown.
Well, you guys obviously helped out Riku St. Helen several weeks ago. So.
Yeah. At first I was like, why are we doing this, Chris? But then I got into the situation. I realized, because these guys are jerks. Okay.
I tried telling you. I did try telling you.
Well, they said that on here, but that even goes back to what Wyatt Black did to you, Chris Phoenix. Remember that over 3 months ago? He jumped.
Yeah, I still remember.
That was your kind of introduction. That was kind of your introduction into the WVWF. So really, I mean, they've thrown their weight around, even, and it's affected you, Mr.
Quite
Phoenix.
a bit, and I don't play that card.
And then, well, there we got some help there. Yeah.
So that's our manager. She is my sister, Firefly Phoenix.
Yes.
Putting that out there.
Shout out to the Firefly Phoenix.
Yes.
She has yet to get in ring, in the ringers itself. But she'll get there. Trust me.
I'm sure with you guys and your flying abilities and your skills, that I'm sure that the time and place will come. So, what does she add or bring to the table to kind of help you guys out here in these matches?
I mean, you think I'm flippy?
Yeah. So, what she brings is she is pretty much watching our back at this point.
Yeah.
You noticed that she saw Wyatt coming and she tried to stop.
Yeah, indeed, because we don't play, like I said, we don't play that unfair card.
And we know that the draw is going to have some trick up their sleeve, some underhanded something or other. I mean, just like when we fought Damnation. Oof.
That was a good move, by the way. That was a really pretty move there, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Just like when we wrestled with Damnation and we brought a friend of ours with us, just because we know that we fight straight up. So our eyes are going to be forward on our opponents while they've got something going on behind our backs. You can only get cheated so many times before you figure out, all right, have somebody watch your back.
And very nice that you both used each other as battering rams as offense.
I mean, like you said, we use each other's weapons as well.
Yeah.
By any means necessary. But, I think it's an interesting point having your sister around the Rare Bird Chris Phoenix, because there is a point to be made that in the WVWF, we have a number of groups. We know about the Draw. You mentioned Damnation. We certainly know plenty about the Collective on this platform.
Right.
So
everybody's got their backs watched.
It's almost like the WWF. You almost need to have backup. You need to be able to even out the odds. We've talked about this many of times on Sportswire, so I kind of think it's almost a requirement at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And when you mentioned Damnation, speaking of backup, I had Judo Jones help me with Damnation, if you remember that.
Judo Jones. Why do I feel like that'll come up in a little while? Stay tuned. But I think that it makes sense to have some backup. And look at what you guys are doing to the WVWF champion, Aaron James. I mean, he hasn't dealt with that kind of offense outside the ring, and who knows how long. But how about Wyatt Black there? I mean, listen.
Wow.
You don't call him the controversy queen, but that was shades of Jeff Hardy right there.
And he steamrolled all of us. Look at us. Flat.
Well, he may do that to Courtney tomorrow. He very well may do that, because we know right now he's in bed right now, and we know that it is past his bedtime.
Yeah, he's got school tomorrow.
I mean, it's the truth. It's a school night, but he'll be here tomorrow, and I'm sure that he'll use that swanton on you guys, similar in verbally to Courtney. But Courtney can hold her own. We know that. He won't. He won't have
next time.
I'll be ready.
Well, you guys will be ready, and we're watching right now the match for the WWF Tag Team Championships between.
I don't know who's videotaping that, but they were definitely just checking me out.
Well, you know what? Obviously, you have fans, and we're just doing the best we can with whatever hard cam we've got, because we'll take anything to watch and promote these matches. And we want to thank, obviously, Wyatt Black on his YouTube channel for granting us the footage.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that tomorrow. But
I guess he's not all bad, but
no. Well, I mean, listen, he calls himself a drawer on Sportswire, but how about that there? I mean, you both. Inzaguri's in air, and now you guys.
I said, I respect him. He's learning some lucha. I'll give him that. He's learning.
He's picking up.
He's hanging around Aaron James. Aaron
stepped in.
He's smelling what you stepped in.
He's been here a long time, and he's run roughshod around this company, and he's not going to bring guys in that won't give him a bad draw. He will only bring in those who he thinks can help him get the best draw. Now, on this night, it didn't happen, but you come in there literally like the hype man that you are with a house of fire. You were just coming in there, and you were cleaning house there. Boy, this is why you are one of my very favorites that comes on this platform when you get a chance to be here. And I'll tell you what, that was some offense. That was instant offense. You were almost like a sixth man in the NBA. The NBA season started on Tuesday, and you're coming right off the bench, and that's what you just did there right now. But Aaron James comes back there, and
that was crafty, man.
Yeah, that was clever.
He's a veteran. He's the veteran in the ring. He's the veteran of the match. I mean, and that's why he's the WVWF champion. But you got to find a way to get yourself hyped up to find that tag or keep going. And there is the controversy.
Aaron James was the last one.
He's going up the high red district, and that was nice. Very nice move there to get yourself composed, and you're looking to put the match away. And obviously, you've got Wyatt Black in a predicament where he's got nowhere to go. He's got nowhere to go.
Yeah, got to put my weight on him. Make him carry me too. I know he's tired. I know he's tired of your rumbling.
He stayed up all night because it wasn't a school night, but one conversation over the other. But he does find a way, and he's hanging on, he's hanging around, and you thought the match might have been over, but what's going through your mind here right now, hype man?
I think I'm trying to line him up for something.
Oh yeah, that's when we super kicked him off the apron.
Well, that was a smart move.
They've been doing that, getting in the ring.
And there you go. That was, double your pleasure, to quote the old commercial there. But he found a way. I mean, he's come a long way. He's got some guts.
I give him credit where credit's due.
He's got some guts.
Where's he going? Where's he going? Why is he running?
He's a veteran move. Veteran move. Rolling outside the ring.
Veteran or cowardice?
Is that veteran or is that cowardice?
I think that's cowardice.
They say
I think you're confusing veteran and cowardice.
In this sport.
Yeah, I'm not playing none of that. Get back in the ring. Let's fight.
Well, he didn't last too long in there, but it was what it was. But but he's still hanging around. Listen, this is a man. He's pinned Dave Jamieson, by the way, which he felt. Just want to remind you guys, he had thought that the victory he had over Dave Jamieson would potentially grant him a match with Lee Moriarty.
He might have pinned Dave Jamieson, but he didn't pin no Chris Phoenix.
That may be so, but I want to repeat this, everybody. And also, there was even talk because of the Wyatt Black pin over Dave Jamieson that maybe he should have a match with Rhino. Courtney, I'm sure, will bring that up on Friday, tomorrow night. There was some talk about that. He's the controversy king. I mean, listen, he's got big wins.
I don't. So knowing Wyatt, I don't think that he wants a match with Rhino. I don't think he wants that.
Well, he said a lot about his victory over a number of opponents that have been on here. Aaron Judo Jones is one. Wildcat. Dave Jamieson, certainly. Riku St. Helens, he's going to talk a lot about tomorrow, I'm sure. But, this is where we're coming toward the end of the match. And obviously, Wyatt Black hung on for dear life for as long as he could. But what comes up must come down. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you guys win the WVWF Tag Team Championships. Talk to me, fellas, about that moment when it all happens.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I hit him with breaking the internet. By the way, I've never taken that move. It looks like it hurts. I thought he was gonna kick out.
He kept kicking out. Listen, we showed the footage.
Kicking out.
He was gutty.
I mean, look at that super kick he took from me. He
two of them. You both double kicked him, and he came back up.
And he jumped for the coast to coast, and he caught a super kick. And
you had him. He went to the high rent district. You had him. You flung him. He still kept getting up. You had him in this, which you led into the submission move, and he found the rope. He battled.
He does.
He does.
But I think I said it, and I think we proved it. We gonna drag him into deep water.
Not once.
We're gonna drag him into deep water, like
twice.
After your first couple flurries don't work, and you don't know what to do, and you're drenched in sweat. Are you still gonna be able to hang? Because we can hang.
Oh yeah, we proved it.
You guys are WWF Tag Team Champions. If you want to watch that match, yes, I'm going to promote his YouTube channel because he only has 10 subs, and I would give him some of my subs, but it doesn't work like that because I have almost 1,700. But at this point,
I bet you if he wasn't such a jackwagon, he'd have more subscribers.
All you gotta do is stop being a bully, dude. Stop being a bully.
Wait. Before I get to the chat, wait a minute. All right. People want to talk to you, but so you mean to tell me because the controversy king, Wyatt Black, because he is bullied around and talked down to so many of his elders and his peers that's why no one has subscribed to his YouTube channel? Is that what you guys are telling me?
What's the age-old adage?
Is it calling the kettle?
No. It's
You use that line.
Killing two birds with
Kill two birds with one stone.
No, you catch more flies with honey.
A good point. I was always told when I used to shovel snow for money, when I was in college and in high school, and I never, why don't you have honey? You gotta, it'll make you warm up. And I was like, no, give me a Coke. And that's why I froze my ass off for like 2 days straight. I should have listened, but that's a good point. So there, Wyatt Black and I share the same advice, but that's why I'm not shoveling snow right now. And I hope not to anytime soon. But a lot of people want to talk to you. I want to give them the opportunity. And I got something for you guys on the other side, and we'll get to a surprise, but not Wyatt Black. But she's here.
Hey,
what up, Miss Courtney? Hi.
She's here.
Peace.
Courtney, she's here. Probably taking notes on what she should say to Wyatt Black tomorrow. And thank you, Zilla. Zilla is here.
Hi, Zilla.
And I knew she'd want to address this. Is there any way that you guys could hook me up with a cease and desist for tomorrow so I don't have to be on this show with Wyatt Black? If so, I'll forgive you for costing Aaron James the championship. And also, I got to remind her, the rare bird Chris Phoenix last time out, WVWF, you pinned Aaron James.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, not sorry. I'll do it again in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'll do it again. And I don't want to, throw anything out there to bookers or anything, but I did pin the WVWF heavyweight champion, right?
I was glad you brought that up because I may have to bring that up tomorrow with Mr. Wyatt Black, and maybe you do make a point because if you've pinned the WVWF champion, he hasn't been pinned in a very long time. You're aware of that. He has not been pinned.
Just putting things together. They're starting to fit.
Wow.
You know what?
Is that a little bit of foreshadowing? Is the universe hitting us with some foreshadowing right now? Is that what's happening?
The collective talks about collecting all the belts, but maybe you guys are the collectors in the WVWF.
Listen, I don't want to take nobody's gimmick.
I'm not taking no one's.
We still cease and desist.
I have been using it, unfortunately, since the Street Stoppers came on here Saturday. This is the third segment WVWF related or Pro Wrestling Cheap Shots related, and I just can't help it. It just.
It is a good concept, and they are doing what they said they're doing.
Yeah,
listen, I thought about wearing a Dave Jamieson bandana today. Just listen. Are we allowed to swear on here? Can I drop an F-bomb?
Yeah, I'll bleep you, but yeah, go for it because I want to use the bleep button. Do it.
I fucks with Dave Jamieson. I fucks with him. Yeah, the kid's super talented. The kid is doing everything he set out to do. The promos are fire.
And I literally
Phoebe Harper found that out too, by the way. Just saying, Phoebe Harper found that out.
She beat me. She was clever. She got me. Well, okay.
Sometimes
it only takes 3 seconds. Like I keep saying it.
Luck runs out, and that's what happened with Luck when it came to Dave Jamieson.
Yeah. And it's my fault. I guess I was being kind of sexist. I didn't really want to fight a girl. I power bombed her out of her boots, though.
You got a point. I
didn't really want to hurt her, so I'm trying to fight Ben.
But you fought Wyatt Black. You called him the controversy queen. You fought him.
Now he's got a point.
Listen, until he transitions, he can get these hands.
You know what? I'm not going there, but I will go and show. Check out that poster. Check out that photo of cease and desist. By the way, that's a pretty nifty.
It's all love, no hate.
Thank you. Yes, we want to move. That's why I transitioned there, and I'm excited for that. And Breeze is here, so we have a cool breeze, a cool autumn breeze.
Love you, babe.
That we have an autumn breeze is here. Thank you, everybody. And I was up to buy time. Hey. Who else we got here in the chat? My friends from Ohio. This guy Hubie Jenkins, who was here, wanted to have a tuna dog instead of a slice of pizza on Tuesday. She was in a bar, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to have a tuna." Yeah. You know what? I didn't even know a tuna dog existed, but this guy
is it a hot dog with tuna on it?
I have no idea. I didn't even know such a thing exists. But he loves tuna dogs.
But if it wasn't, it'd be a tuna sandwich.
I love Hubie and I love the EWA, but I don't love tuna dogs as much. So, but we'll move on. Also, yes, hello to Breeze, hello to Jade, hello to Princess Jade. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I want to say hello to the enforcer of Sportswire Radio, Mr. Ox McCoy, who says he has the flu and my fever is spiked. Let's ride. Well, I hope you feel better. I hope that you feel better. And feel better. Yeah, it is flu season. We've officially, I believe, entered flu season now because we're in the end of October. Yeah, I know. People are like, why did you say that? What a Debbie Downer to steal your word a little while ago. But it made sense. Who else we have? Yes, get well soon, Ox. Feel better. I want to say hello to the Prophet Jordan Crowley. Brothers and sisters, rejoice. The Prophet Jordan Crowley has arrived. No, it's okay. He's here. And he was a prophet because last week he told me keep zeroing in on the word pain. And throughout the week on Sportswire, I've seen plenty of pain. And not from you guys, but through Wyatt Black. And he'll get some of that pain tomorrow. Who else we've got here? Judgment in physical form, a prophecy fulfilled. See tomorrow's episode. But this guy I want to get to because he was here Monday. And you got to help me understand this guy, Godric Sandwell. And, I know everybody's on good terms with Godric, but you guys have those tag team championships. And I had asked the gentleman of Exquisite Caliber about some goals and some different things. And the tag team championships came up, which naturally you guys were a part of that discussion. But I can't figure out this team that he's got with the fabulous one, Phoebe Harper. What do you say to that?
If it works out, I even told him, I extended the hand. I'm like, hey, I see that you're in a tag team. You want to, I'm totally down. Come on.
I mean, so.
Because I've stepped in the ring with Godric. I just never against Godric.
Yes, you guys, we know some history. Yes.
Battle of Order. Yep.
I've trained with the guy a couple times. I've never wrestled him outside of a training ring. But he's good.
He's very good, but I just don't understand this team he's got with Phoebe Harper. Phoebe doesn't talk to him.
Some mixed match teams work out. I mean, there was a lot of in the WWE in the early 2000s.
Kane and X-Pac. There's Kane and X-Pac.
Kane and X-Pac.
Honestly, Chuck and Billy for a hot minute.
The Rock and Mankind.
Which today, wouldn't be so odd, but then it was very odd. I mean,
you had the Rock and Mankind.
Owen Hart and the Rock and Mankind. Owen Hart and Yokozuna were tag team champions.
Booker T and Goldust.
Yeah, Booker T and Goldust. Yeah, definitely got to bring that one up.
I mean,
Rob Van Dam and Kane, right? Didn't they hold the tag?
Yeah,
Rob Van Dam and Kane.
Kane and the Hurricane. Can't forget that one.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I got to shout out the man I interviewed, Rhino and Heath Slater. That was
yeah.
I got to throw that in.
So it doesn't look like it works, and I can't figure out how it's going to work, but I'm sure that those two very talented people can figure out how to make their chemistry applicable to a fight.
Okay, but certainly they'll have to get in the back of the line.
No doubt. They're going to have to, they're going to have to figure out how that works. Go up against some tag teams, make it work. And if they do it enough like we have, then they'll get an opportunity.
Now, I'm curious because you've held these titles now for a few weeks. We know we're in action next Saturday back in the Richardson building, 325 7th Street, beautiful Parkersburg, West Virginia. But who should get a shot at those belts? Who do you think, or who are you paying attention to most closely? I'd be curious on that.
So I got my eye on two specific groups.
You think I know them? You think I know who they are?
So we're either going to say the same thing, or I'm going to say the one, and you're going to say the other.
Either way.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Collective.
Oh, I listen. I could have cheated off you guys.
We were there. You were there.
I almost said Damnation.
I almost said Damnation, but I was like, maybe the Collective.
Yeah. So I said one, you said the other. That makes sense.
Any tag team.
Well, your hype man talked about a few months back on Sportswire when you were here with the Rare Bird that you wanted the Collective. You talked about that tough. I was here.
Yes.
Listen, win, lose, or draw. That's going to be an epic battle of epic proportions.
They're going to need a new ceiling.
Oh,
yeah.
Literally.
By the way, I don't know.
By the way, I got something for you. You remember this because it's funny you mentioned them because does this come to mind?
Yes. Yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday.
It probably was. So close enough.
2 weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 12 days ago.
So to explain this shot right here, pretty much all the tag teams in the division came out to the ring and was kind of jaw-jacking each other, talking that smack, trying to challenge for our titles. And we are saying, we accept all your challenges.
Yes.
We accept all your challenges, but we don't make the decisions. That's a management thing.
We're not leaving.
That's Double L, Lovable Lester. And,
yeah, they're going to have to make, he's going to have to do all that. But, I will look at that. Doesn't that look like it's going to be an epic battle?
Oh, definitely.
It's going to be a battle which is why everybody should go follow the WVWF on Facebook, on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and show up to 325 7th Street and cheer on that match.
Man, who do you think they're going to cheer for?
That's a tough call.
That's a great question. I mean, I think that Right now, you guys are the incumbents. I'll tell you who they wouldn't be cheering. They wouldn't be cheering the draw.
No.
You know, every time you mention that, my hand cramps up. Just saying.
Well, I can get to some more comments instead. I can get to some more comments, but that might be maybe make your hand feel a little better.
I mean, it might.
All right. Well, maybe I'll do that. I'll give you something, and I'll have another surprise for you. But thank you for it. And Zilla is honors as always. And want to say hello to my friend, the Nemesis James Taylor. Haven't seen him in a while. What? Hello. There you go. But thank you. You know, we love James. James is a very dear friend. When you gentlemen deal the draw, the losing hand, we will rejoice. Well, you guys have done that already, though.
We've already done that, but we did. But we do have another battle with them coming up.
Yeah.
Well, we have a 6-man tag coming up here next weekend back in the Richardson building.
My mind isn't necessarily there just yet. I got a couple more challenges to face before I get there, but
yeah, we're gonna talk about that. I have a poster I'll put up here.
Don't worry, I'll be looking out for it, buddy. I'll always be flying around.
Oh, how kind you are! You know, Phoebe and Godric would not certainly have that same chemistry, though. Just saying.
I mean, if they don't have a pen and notepad by now, they should probably get one.
Phoebe's not using pen and notepad. Godric is using like the
ink and quill.
Yeah, he's using a quill. He's using
He's using the quill. He's got the payphone. He's got a typewriter somewhere. Phoebe's just don't even bother with me. There you go. Right for you. Who else we got here? Thank you. Always a pleasure. Yep. Thank you, Godric. Who else here? You'd be wise to fear what you don't understand. Well, that could be a word for the draw. Thank you, James. Also, hello to my friend in the UK, Daniel Dupre. Now he reminded me it's Dupre. Hello. And a man can't be women's champion unless he lost his. Well, tune into tomorrow's show. That's all I can say. Yeah,
that was kind of my point.
It's 2025.
That was kind of my point.
I'm just saying 2025.
Well, he'll talk about that. I mean, Wyatt's going to talk about that. You know, Courtney is going to probably maybe take Wyatt's side on that one because she's no Riku St. Helen fan.
Well, listen, I literally had to rip the women's title out of his girlfriend's hands so that I could give it back to Riku.
Actually, I think she gave it to me. She literally handed it to me.
No. I grabbed it out of her hands.
Okay, because I thought I actually tried to just hand it to me.
We started.
You were trying to cease and desist Wyatt Black of holding possession of the women's championship.
Yes, yeah. Yes. Listen, that bully energy is corny.
Yeah, I did mention this a few days ago on Sportswire. I think was it maybe on Godric's episode. I did mention this. Maybe I did, but yes. Hello, there's Gemma B. Thank you, Gemma, for tuning in. Thank you very much for tuning in and being a part of the show. Thank you, Jordan. Pain at any cost. Well, Wyatt Black felt some of that.
Wyatt Black is a pain. Yeah.
Well, we'll see him here tomorrow. It is most helpful when you can read others. Cease and desist are certainly not stopping anytime soon. Yeah, you guys are in action next weekend. You're in action, Mr. Hype Man Dan Lasers, coming up this weekend as well. And I have the poster for that, actually. You are going to be in action, and you're going to be in action over in the Showtime Championship Wrestling Alliance's latest show. And I have that poster for the audience. So, exciting times ahead. You're a busy man on Saturday.
Yes. I will be facing the CSC heavyweight champion,
who I got beef with.
Oh,
yeah. All right. So let me break the story down for you. So
go for it.
I just defended this title against Michael McMoney, and
I've heard of him. I've heard of him. Some people may now change the channel. Others will say, I know who he is.
But we had a great battle. 30 minutes of smashing each other off everything.
Absolutely.
And, it ended up a draw because we were fighting on the outside, and I'm not listening to the ref count. I'm punching people.
Right.
So and I had the championship advantage, so I'm still the champion, which means that I'm ready for. I didn't like how it ended. I didn't like how it wasn't. Listen, when I'm done, there will be clear-cut winners and losers.
Hey,
right.
You trailed off the beaten path.
But I did.
Small minute.
But I re-entered heavyweight championship battle royal. So whoever wins is the heavyweight champion. I got cheated and beat with a chair, but
I got cheated.
He won.
I won.
He won. He was heavyweight champion.
I am former Crown Sports Entertainment heavyweight champion.
He won, and my opponent next week, or my opponent this week, I'm sorry, cashed in some contract.
A little bit of help.
At the end of it, some creature. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what came out, but it came out, split missed, slammed him all crazy, and Kyle Horton cashed this thing in, pinned him, and it was over.
And he's champ. Yeah.
So
Pandemonium.
So this Saturday, it will be the hybrid champion, the hyper hybrid champion, Hype Man Dan been doing his damn thing, if you understand me, versus
Blazes,
the heavyweight champion, Kyle Horton.
Ooh.
I don't think there's any titles on the line, but I'm a little salty at what you did to my homie.
Well, I'm coming back for that title.
And I mean, I'm sure he's not done. Listen, if I know one thing about Chris here is that he ain't giving up.
Nope.
He's a rare bird. He can't give up. He's a rare bird.
It's not happening. Not happening. Not even thinking about it.
It's the season for the birds. The birds, they fly away. So he's got to fly south to migrate to win that championship. That's what
no doubt
birds do. It's that time of year. Birds go down south.
Yeah, you're right. It's south, but like I'm made of fire. I mean, winter doesn't really. Okay, you got a point.
I just thought it would be, because now all the birds are going south because it's here. We're in the Northeast and it's starting to get a little cooler, and
it is.
Fly south. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Trust me. I'm in shorts right now, and my days are numbered wearing shorts.
Oh no!
Trust me. Yeah, trust me. I'm not thrilled about it, but let's get to some more comments. People want to talk to you guys, and I'm going to give them that opportunity. Hello to the Samoan Dragon himself, my High Chief, Il Drago. Hello to everybody.
Hello.
Okay. Hello. Yes, the truth. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate this very much. I hope they can stay friends. Hello to Daniel. Daniel is up at 3:48 in the morning in the UK. I thank you, Daniel. I've known him for like 5 years, so I've known him a long time, and he's still out there in the wrestling world. Thank you. Who else we have here? You have this emoji and then that emoji. Game over when you guys won the match. That was about 20 minutes ago. And, Godric said kind of what I was talking about earlier. Must admit the tag team division is a tough landscape.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. The two teams that we mentioned,
the Collective and Damnation.
We got us. Godric and Phoebe separately are both a force to be reckoned with. If they can channel that together, that is a great addition to our.
It's a total unknown. As we're here with the WVWF Tag Team Champions, Cease and Desist, the Rare Bird Chris Phoenix, and Hype Man Dan Lasers. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. Your voice, figuratively and literally, with all music and wrestling matters. And if you're here on Sportzwire Radio, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, Wyatt Black, Courtney Wood. Buckle up your seatbelts. But we are here with the champions for now. And definitely buckle up your seatbelts. Wyatt's in bed right now, tucked in. So in the meantime, well, he is. He's past his bedtime. Yeah, he got school in the morning. Listen, he needs to go. He needs to get an A because he'll get a bad draw and he'll be drawn out of the group.
Better not be bullying anybody at school either.
Courtney's in school. She's a teacher. She'll know. Into deep water like the greatest Muhammad Ali. Rest in peace, by the way. Yes, definitely rest in peace to the great Muhammad Ali. And obviously, you're loved by Gemma B. And the flu is also traveled to the UK. It's flown to the UK because he's getting pinned. Yeah, please stay away from me and the flu.
Kick out, bro. Kick out.
Yeah,
kick out, bro.
A kid at my school got into a crash. Oh boy, everybody's getting flus in the crash. I hope your classmate feels better. Boy, that's terrible. Give me some more comments, but we'll see. You Jets entice. Should the stars align and the signs become obvious, we will have our time in the spotlight.
No doubt.
I'm always ready.
No doubt. No doubt.
Well, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Yeah, there is. Yep. And you have, yes, the award. You are the champions. Thank you, Drago, who changed his photo in the midst. And who else we have here? Come get some hashtag SCWA.
Yes.
Yes. Not to be confused with SCW, where our friends Yes and the Collective wrestle. Get it?
Yes.
Get it? I actually missed you Saturday, which is to Jade. I deeply apologize and will not repeat my sudden absence. I believe you. You're here right now. Also, great stream. You both have great chemistry in the ring and on camera. And it is rare to see and love and cherish it. Very nice. Sounds like a Sade song, you know, cherish and cherish day.
Yeah,
and,
right.
you know, you coming out to some Sade music. That's what he's going to come out to. And I have a link. I don't know what link. Okay, kid. She wants me to show her classmate the link for a car accident. I'll show it. I really don't want to, but I'll do it because I'll give my thoughts and prayers to her classmates. So I'll show it here. This is what maybe they shouldn't let kids drive. What's the driving age again? Is teen driver?
I'm not sure. Like Pennsylvania, I think it's like
16.
15 driving.
I think it's 16. Is it 15?
I thought it was 16.
15. Listen, I'm in New York. I'm pretty sure it was 17 in New York, unless I'm missing something.
I think it's 16 in Pennsylvania.
Well, you know what? Maybe they got to raise it to 21 because at this point, no, I'm kidding. It's 17 or 18 is enough. But obviously, the teen driver fell asleep. We hope he feels better, and I hope he's okay. And please be careful out there on the road.
It looks like
I can put that picture back up. It is in a cornfield. Yeah, it looks like a
cornfield. I mean, at least it's a field and not like a.
You said a cornfield. I don't. Dude,
bro,
you know my thing with cornfields.
Calm down.
You know my thing with cornfields.
Well, you know what? That's why we want to move on to some more comments. But thoughts and prayers, yes. Please be safe out there.
Yes.
Please be safe out there on the road, and
especially when it starts doing the S word.
Yes, please be safe out there, and bring them next show. And yes, and that's the link. Here it's 14. 14 is the you can drive into Iowa 14. That's listen. Moving on. Let's move on because I don't want to get into this private discussion. Thank you for being here, please. But 14, that might be a little young for my taste. But please be careful out there. But you know, fellas, I want to give you guys something, and I certainly want to move away from some of the things we've talked about because I think it's the right time to do it for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the Brass, like the biggest stage. Congratulations, fellas! You guys are in the Sportzwire Radio Hall of Fame. Congratulations!
Hey!
Wow. Thank you, bro.
Hell yeah.
I really am happy we segued from a poor child getting into an accident while driving to this. Thank you, fellas. And you are in the Hall of Fame and the first of many inductions, I'm sure.
No doubt. Yo, Hall of Famers. We're Hall of Famers.
Yeah. That's why I put you in the Hall of Fame there. Driving age is but we really need to go focus on something else. But thank you for that. But yes, we'll give you the physical copy when we're off the air. Congratulations. Now I understand, fellas, that there's somebody else here that might want to say a few words. A fellow that maybe you might want to say is into some kung fu fighting. Someone you might want to say that's good at judo and maybe you want to scoot over because I understand. Wait a minute. I know who that is. That's Aaron Judo Jones. Judo Jones is live on Sportswire. We are definitely kung fu fighting. And in honor of you, sir.
I'm kung fu fighting.
Well, you may as well join in too.
How are we doing?
Yo, we're kung fu fighting. I'll spar with you though.
Aaron Judo Jones, long time, first time. How are we doing?
We're doing good, Reverend Tom.
Yeah.
You see, it's about time sports radio got a little funky.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, Carl Douglas out there would definitely be proud of this. So, I mean, what brings you here with them? Now, I understand you're going to be in action coming up this weekend as well, Mr. Judo Jones.
You see, this weekend, Pro Wrestling Cheap Shots, we have some cage rage going on.
Oh, I know all about Cage Rage, too, because I've had, in case you maybe haven't noticed, a lot of Pro Wrestling Cheap Shots talk of late.
there's been a lot of talk. You see,
A lot of
now-
cheap shots thrown out there. I heard some at you recently.
Hey, you're on the poster. bro.
Hey,
let's see, I'm on that
Yeah, I
poster.
got this one right, fellas. I got this one right.
But see, I don't know who I'm stepping in the cage with.
Mm.
And things haven't been right since Cage Rage 1.
That was, yes, I covered that last year. Yes, I did.
Because, you see last year, this is when things started, going a little funny,
Not so funky in your advantage.
Not so funky because there was a match I was supposed to have. And Cheap Shots Management, of course, decided to take that away. And I still got in that cage. But I had a little Samoan nightmare, if you will.
Oh, I know a Samoan Nightmare. Yeah.
And you see,
Guy
ever
that comes
since
out in
Cage
red
Rage
with a
1,
long name. Yeah, I know who he is.
we know who he is.
Yeah.
And
You want me to say it or you want to do it?
Tafu! Ah!
now you see, there's something that, kind of got knocked a little loose ever since then. And
I don't blame
we
you.
know I have a little history with Mr. Tafu.
I'm aware. He's definitely become a mainstay on my platform the last year. Yep.
I can't wait to touch gloves with that guy.
yeah, I can't wait to touch those with them.
Just make sure he doesn't come out in red because every time he comes on here, the screen always lights up.
Listen, this rare bird ain't afraid of nothing. So
no.
I know you and him have been on the same screen together on here.
At
I'm
the
aware.
other place,
Oh.
but cornfields on the other hand are just a little bit.
Yeah,
scary.
we're not going to talk about that
We
further.
won't talk about cornfields.
We don't want to, especially if
I don't like cornfields either.
But Judo
Sometimes
Jones,
they're
I
not
got to
like that.
ask you something about Pro Wrestling Cheap Shots because there was this guy, and you have an opinion on him. I got to ask. I know this is cease and desist moment, but I want to take a moment of your time and ask you about this guy that's worldwide, that was comparing himself to Kobe Bryant on here. That was a guy that was talking about the collective, how he was ahead of them, the Street Stoppers, them. He talked about
no,
that.
you got the name wrong there, Hype Man Dan.
Godric Sandwell, he even addressed on here. And that guy I'm talking about is William Renee, who worldwide declared himself to have
Evidently,
that
we
problem.
got the name wrong, Tom.
Yes. Reverend Tom Bryce, you got the name wrong.
Yes.
It is not Worldwide William Renee.
No?
To me,
Yeah.
I have my own name for him.
What do you have his
Little
name?
Willie.
What's your name for him?
Little Willie.
Little Willie.
Ah,
Now, Little Willie thought he ran a company.
yeah. Well, he
And
doesn't
he
right
spent
now.
a year.
Ask Thomas Taft about that.
Oh, we could bring up Thomas Taft too, because
I know
he
Thomas
feeds
Taft
into
for a
this.
very long time, by the way. A very long time I know Thomas Taft. Go ahead. I want to hear this.
Okay, see, Little Willie thought he ran a company once upon a time.
Yeah, he
And
did.
of course, he just fed me to every veteran Pro Wrestling Cheap Shots could come up with. And you know me, I fight everybody.
You're a
I
fighter.
fight the whole locker room at once, like I did. back
You
to
have that
Championship
kung
Day.
fu mentality. Yes, you do.
You see, but there's a little problem,
What?
I was promised a little bit of money for all those fights.
Mm.
I didn't get any. And we all know back Championship Chaos, well, there was some Devereaux money
Yes.
that Little Willie knew about that made sure he stayed in the end, costing me that Battle Royal. Now, of course, there's a lot of drama going around that locker room, and somehow it seemed to rear its head during my matches. And hey, I went on a bit of a winning streak
You did.
after, Mr. Thomas Taft came to the ring,
Mr. T3 himself.
which I threw Gus the Gardener at him because, hey, I didn't know why he was out there at the time. And, well, he ran into a little bit of a stunner, and, well, I just went ahead and did the honorable thing and ended the match, so no further harm
Listen,
came.
Hype Man said all it takes is 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep, 3
Especially-
seconds. That's all it
especially-
took.
That's all it takes. All it takes, 3 seconds.
Especially when you throw mofos at other mofos.
Yeah, that would help,
If I pick
too.
a mofo up and throw him at you, what are you gonna do?
Now, see, here's the kicker to this whole thing. Mr. T3 Thomas Taft handed me a lot of cash. And after I got back to the locker room and I counted up my cash, I realized something. It was all that Devereaux money.
Mm.
Little Willie was very unhappy about that. And, well, I seem to have been a thorn in his side this year. Now, going into Cage Rage 2, I see a lot of guys that have matches lined up.
Yes.
Now,
We talked about that on the show on Saturday with those aforementioned Street Stompers.
Now, we also saw the last couple months, there was a guy who I thought was a good friend of mine, a guy these guys also know, named Dougie the Caveman.
Yes. We know Dougie the Caveman very well.
You see, I finally got my chance a couple months ago to have him one-on-one. And, well, Crazy Bree comes out, gives him a nice little, slap in the face.
Oh, God.
And cost me the match. So last month, we meet again. I tried to talk some sense to him before deciding whether we were going to have to fight or not. Well, we saw how that went. I took a nice little beating with the chair, and, well, now I'm going to Cage Rage, and after spending a little extra time in the meditation chamber, I realized something. You see, I can't go in to this cage and just wanting to get funky like a monkey.
Yeah, it's a
I'm gonna
cage
have to
match.
reach
That wouldn't
down
help
to the
you.
deepest, darkest part of my funky soul.
Deep in there.
And the only thing I can say is, whoever's stepping in that cage with me, be scared. Because there's going to be a side of Judo Jones that comes out in that cage that no one's ever seen.
Well, you do know, fellas, that we're in the thick of Halloween season. And Pro Wrestling Cheap Shot's latest show will be less than a week from Halloween. So, I mean, it's perfect timing. I mean, we've got the silly season upon us, October surprises, and that's what you're going to do coming up this Saturday, which we're less than 48 hours away from, good sir.
And that is perfectly right. All I can say is be scared, because there's a side of Judo Jones coming out this Saturday night that no one's seen yet.
Well, I tell you what, this is why, as I always say, usually to announce my guests, it's be there or be square, and your opponents might figuratively and literally just be scared. They, you know what? Instead, they can be scared and be squared, because that's what they're figuratively and literally going to do. So then you're not a fan of William Renee much, and you don't think too much of William Renee and what Little Willie has said on here and such.
Little Willie ought to know sooner or later. He ain't gonna have Daddy to hide behind. He ain't gonna have his associates.
Well, he's run through them. He's run through them like Jennifer Lopez has run through husbands.
Jenny, he didn't mean that. Jenny, he didn't mean that.
I was going to ask this question, but I don't know if I should ask it, because I think we kind of crossed that.
We're live. You ask anything you want.
Should we really be using the name Little Willie?
I mean, listen, I call him Worldwide William Renee. I mean, listen, he even has compared himself to Kobe Bryant. He has talked about the Mamba mentality. He talked about where he is in his career is exactly the same spot that Kobe Bryant was the first few years of his career.
Well, we already know that career crashed.
Well, hey, Kobe Bryant. Hey. You said crash. Kobe Bryant, listen, in William Renee's career, listen, I don't want William Renee to meet that exact fate, but I think the point is that right now, William Renee, he's not right now on the path of Kobe Bryant, but rather on the path of the likes of Isaiah J.R. Ryder and Harold Miner, a.k.a. Baby Jordan, because after losing the Pro Wrestling Cheap Shots World Heavyweight Championship to the Banana Man Lestat and losing control of the Tag Team Championship to this company, yeah, maybe you'll certainly come in there and make sure that he's scared and squared, or squared and squared, and whatever.
You'll be there and be scared.
Yeah, pretty much there, and hope to see you in the WWE. Judo Jones, I have to ask you also about Wyatt Black tomorrow, a man you know very well, and he's going to be here with Courtney Wood, and I'm sure you'll be paying attention to that closely while you'll be obviously getting ready for some early kung fu fighting plans and making sure your opponents are scared and squared. But any thoughts It's a great line. I'm probably going to use it tomorrow, especially for Wyatt.
I
But-
totally would.
But I am. But I got to ask you, Judah, any thoughts on the controversy, as Mr. Lasers has called him? Not my words.
The
Queen.
drama queen.
Well, he may be that. But any thoughts on what to expect, or maybe you want to see him again one of these days, Mr. Wyatt Black?
The only thing I'll say about Wyatt Black is, we met once. I think he got a little lucky.
Yeah.
He's a heck of a competitor. I'll give him his due. But one day, at the right time, he's going to have to step across from me again. And he ain't getting the same Judo Jones.
No, you know what? Right now, I would be scared and squared if I'm Wyatt Black. I think that's the one you got to use that for the rest of your career, because your opponents will be scared and squared anytime you step foot in, because you are going to have your own. Listen, Mamba mentality. We're in the thick of it. This is Aaron Jr. But fellas, I gotta ask. Maybe you guys. I hope you guys can team up together in those 6-man tags, other places.
So,
maybe we can see you guys together one of these days.
So I've fought alongside Judo.
I'm aware.
At WVWF once.
Yes.
Because like we were saying earlier, that
you don't like bullies.
Everybody's got 37 people in their group.
I know.
While we don't have a group, we're not douchebags. So we do have friends.
Yeah. And also, I also tagged with him at Battle of the Borders as well.
Yes, Godric was on your team as well back in May. Yeah, but on Memorial Day that was.
Yep,
Boy,
yep.
that feels like so long ago, but that was Memorial Day.
He helped us battle against Damnation. We've fought each other a couple times.
We've even done that.
We've had dance-offs.
Yeah, we can't forget about that.
You know what?
Dance off before
I'm saying Judo Jones in a dance off. Forget about Topanga on Dancing with the Stars. You guys just have a dance off.
Yo, listen.
Oh, I won't forget about the Topanga. No.
You can't.
We're all not forgetting about that. No, we're not. Yeah. And probably my line about that: William Renee has run through more associates than Jennifer Lopez has run through husbands.
No doubt.
Although I am available still. I am available. But continue.
I didn't say a word. Just want to
no,
point that
that
out.
was on me. That's all I got. I'll take control of that one. But
But yeah, Judo, as we've known each other for a long time, every once in a while, when we know we're going into a trap, it's like, hey, Judo, you want to have our backs? It works out.
Because he knows we got his back.
No
I couldn't ask for a better man to have that here, and we're here for a few more minutes with the guys, and the guys are going to be in action. First of all, Judo Jones is going to be in action here, coming to Pro Wrestling Cheap Shots. Cage Rage 2, he's on the poster. We've got Hype Man Dan Lasers going to be in action coming up in SCWA this week. And the rare bird Chris Phoenix could be flying to both places for all we know. He could be flying to both of those places. And the following, I guess that you're out rare bird. It's that season. Birds migrate down south, and you would have an opportunity to migrate down south at both places. So that's why there is a possibility you could be at both places, but also both seasons are going to be in action alongside Nate Steele next weekend. WVWF, the Richardson Building, 325 7th Street in Parkersburg, West Virginia. They're going to be wrestling the draw. Tony Sane, Aaron James, the WVWF champion, who Chris Phoenix has pinned, and the man that is here tomorrow night, or young man that is here, or the drama queen, as Dan Lasers has called him, Wyatt Black, will be alongside here with Courtney Wood. Fellas, we've talked a lot tonight. Is there anything else that you'd like to bring up, or anything else that you'd like to say about anything, or anything else?
Really? As far as the collective, Damnation, exquisite fabulousness, or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of them still. I still don't.
The draw. We got 7 words for y'all.
You with it? Come get it.
Oh!
If you with it, come get it. We've been with it since day one. We're going to continue to be with it.
Oh!
I feel like, last show at WWF, we were kind of backed into a corner because, as wrestlers, we don't decide who we face. Somebody else makes that decision. And everybody came up and challenged us in front of the crowd. And yeah, sure, we'll fight you. We'll fight you all at the same time.
Oh, yeah. We don't need a crowd to do that, to even accept that.
But we are going to keep these
right here,
regardless of who's on the other side of the ring. We fought too hard to get here, and we're too prepared. We're too prepared. Listen, I knew that we were going to get these. I wasn't hoping. I wasn't trying. It was our time. It is still our time. I don't know who got next, but y'all gonna have to wait.
Well, I think that's why.
Hey,
listen, it's like it's like that's what you said, in that you guys are still the hunters. You're not the ones that are being hunted. No, you're hunting for more. That's why you said what you said. And I think that that's the moral of tonight's show, is that you got backup, you got a sister around, you got a kung fu fighter. I mean, listen, by any means necessary.
Listen,
to come when and get it.
And we always pull some trick out of the bag, and people are like, "Wow, what was that?"
Moral of the story.
There's so many more.
Moral of the story: no one's prepared for us. No one's prepared for this.
I said that months ago about you guys, that you guys were definitely an unpredictable team. I definitely felt that when you guys came on here I hate to use the word again, collectively, but
I think all kinds of words tonight.
So I mean, look, they're gonna come on here in a few weeks, and I'm gonna hear it. The whole day is gonna go and shoot on it for the whole show, I'm sure. But the fact is that no, I think that you guys are poetically the champions here in the WWF because of the unpredictableness. But at the same time, you have a chemistry, you have an alliance, you know each other, you feed off each other well. But yes, as a team in ring, I think you are unpredictable for your opponents. It's hard to plan for you guys. And I think that that's why we're excited to see what you guys are going to do here coming up, especially next weekend in the Richardson building, 325 7th Street. You guys are going to be in action alongside Nate Steele against the Draw. And we're going to see all of you guys really this weekend. And
you think we could use Nate Steele like a weapon?
It's Steele. Of course you can. Listen, he's got Steele as his last name.
Of course.
You realize Steele, right, is like the most hardest object you can
that's
have.
what I'm saying. I'm like, of course we can.
Especially now the weather's getting colder. Everybody has to use steel to build things. You guys are going to use that as a battering ram, and your opponents forget about it. They stand no chance. They stand no chance.
Or maybe you guys could chuck me for once. I don't know. You throw me sometimes.
Yeah.
I think Nate Steele because of Steel.
We could throw him.
He might be offered literally
cannonball him at someone. Like Brutus cannonball him, like the you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
You know what? This is why these guys are in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. We're going to get Aaron Judo Jones in the Hall of Fame soon as well, because I know we're going to be kung fu. We're going to get there because we're going to kung fu fighting his way to that, and I'm sure William Renee is going to have some other paper cut to deal with. But fellas, I'm going to give you guys the opportunity, with Judo included, for some closing thoughts. Anything else you guys want to say? You have the opportunity here now.
I've only got one thing left to say. You see, right now, I have my own battles to fight. And these two, both individually as a team, they've got some battles to fight. Sooner or later, push is going to come to shove. It ain't going to matter what the letters of the company are. Sooner or later, you're going to have to deal with all of us. And it ain't going to be pretty.
No, it's not.
You think the two of us are bad? Yeah. Wait till there's more.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've all known each other for just about as long. The chemistry is there.
Undeniable.
And we're two pretty wiry guys, right? So like if we had a base, imagine You're gonna be doing a lot of throwing people.
That's what I can do with
I throw
two
people
bases.
just fine.
You know what? They always say it takes two to make a thing go right, but I think you guys know we're gonna go and say it takes three to make a thing go right. You guys most certainly have a lot more chemistry than whatever Godric and Phoebe. I don't think anyone will ever know.
Fabulous gentleman. I don't know. I'm trying.
You know what? I mean,
That was good.
But she's
That
not a
was-
gentleman.
I know,
That doesn't
but,
work.
like,
Gentle,
she
fabulous.
doesn't even know he
Fabulous.
exists. Listen, I mean, she doesn't even know he exists. But that, you know what? That's for a topic for another time. Godric will be back on here next month. You'll be on here next month. And I'm very excited to see what you all do together, as well as your sister, the Rare Bird, who I know is here out there in the chat. And I am excited to see you most especially all in the ring coming up this weekend. Pro Wrestling Cheap Shots, Cage Rage 2. That is where Judo Jones is on that poster. And I have it here right in front of me because, well, that's because there ain't no other way. And you can also see the Banana Man Lestat, who ironically enough is a collective member. He collectively took.
He's part of the collective. And I see those guys spreading wild. They're growing everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, though they have Brittany Storm in the group, which is kind of their Pete Myers, I guess, of the group. Famously tried to replace Michael Jordan with the Bulls, and that's kind of their boy. That's kind of their one. But
Hey,
yeah,
Superior G, that's my dog.
Hey.
I know Superior G. Well, Thomas Taft found out that Superior G doesn't play around because
No, he's a G. It's in his name.
I know. I watched his match. We watched it last week on here, and Thomas Taft. Well, he found out that karma came back against him for some of the things like Judo Jones said, but also what he tried to do in his match with Superior G. But yeah, Judo Jones is on that poster alongside those two men. I got the Hype Man's poster. We got his poster here because he's on the poster for SCWA. And I have that also here because I want to show that, because if I don't, then they can put it on Sportswire. But no, there you go. But there it is. And we're very excited about that. So please make sure you check it out. And also, the Rare Bird will fly around.
Why are you scared of the Scarecrow?
Listen, anything that comes to life like that, I don't trust it.
I don't trust it either, but I'll punch it in the face.
Well, that's why, ladies and gentlemen,
that.
we want to thank everybody because now we are getting scared and squared here, especially after that. That is the WVWF Tag Team Champions, Cease and Desist, the Rare Bird, Chris Phoenix, the CSE Champion, the one and only Hype Man Dan Lasers, and also Aaron Judo Jones, who's, well, he'll be around, and I'll be very scared and squared when we see him out there in Pro Wrestling Cheap Shots and maybe back in some other places. And Courtney Wood's definitely going to be scaring and squaring off Wyatt Black, I'm sure, tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. But thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. And last words here. Yes, be there this coming weekend. Scarecrows, Beasto. And you got a lot of words there. You did serve it. You served it. You deserve it. Whatever else in between. But thank you, fellas. Congratulations on winning the belts. I have no doubt we'll talk about this next month. And it was a lot of fun. And Judo Jones, so glad after almost a year we've met. And I look forward to seeing you here coming up very shortly. All right, that's the guys themselves. That is Judo Jones, Hype Man Dan Lasers, Rare Bird Chris Phoenix. I am the Reverend Tom Bryce. Your voice figuratively and literally with all music wrestling matters. If you're here, as I said, 9:30 tomorrow, Courtney Wood and Wyatt Black in the debate. Yeah, it's going to be one of those where you'll definitely be squared or be scared. But thank you. I can't keep saying that. You better use that word, Judo Jones. That should be yours only. But I don't know if it'll be like Wrestler's Court. Let's not be that harsh. But until then, and Michael McMoney won't be on that episode. Just saying. But yeah, that was a pipe bomb. But shout out to everybody that will tune in. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the number one global radio, that is Sportswire Radio, where all music and wrestling matters. See you tomorrow. And fellas, congratulations.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.